Hi, this video is to show you what happens or what to do if you accidentally confuse like some of your internal lines and you actually want those to be your actual pattern piece. I've seen this happen multiple times with students. I don't know how it exactly happened, but she has, it looks like a pattern piece here. If you see over here, the shape of it, the actual shape of the pattern piece is a straight neckline here. And then this yellow line means it's an internal line. So just like a line that's drawn on it. So if I add seam allowance, it's not going to add seam allowance on the two yellow lines. It's only going to add seam allowance along the straight. So watch what happens just to show you. Let's add some seam allowance. I guess 0.5. Okay. So see how it adds seam allowance? So it doesn't really consider these cut lines. It's more just like little drawing lines, which sometimes people need on patterns like for pocket placements or things like that. So we just need to, let's see, I'm going to stop looking at the seam allowance. There we are. Oh, sure. Okay. So we need to fix it, I guess. And like one way is just redraft it from scratch. Totally an option. Another one is we can use the tracing tool. So I'd like to introduce the tracing tool to you. The tracing segments, I guess the keyboard shortcut is Control I, and I do not have that memorized. But the little visual icon, it looks like a pencil, like someone's drawing a triangle with a pencil. And there's like an arrow next to each of the legs of the triangle and a pencil at the end. I guess it's kind of like a little illustration like, hey, I'm tracing this triangle. I don't know if that will help you remember it. And any of the stuff, if you ever forget, they do have a great help menu. You can always go to help and go to search, and you'd be surprised what you find. So anyways, why don't we try to trace what's already drawn? So I'll use that tool. Now, the way it works, a lot of times we're clicking the actual points. This guy, you just want to click segments. And it's going to select segments in between grading points. So if you have a lot of these extra little points, you're not going to be able to only like trace in between it. It's going to go all the way from segment to segment. Excuse me. So I guess I'll start by clicking this armhole. You can see it turned purple. So I just clicked it one time. I'm still in the segment tool. So I also want to click this segment because I want to trace that. I want to trace this. Just clicking one time. I'm not clicking, I'm not dragging. You can see it stopped at this point, didn't go all the way up. That's because this, for whatever reason, was set to a grading point. So again, it'll stop at the grading point. Like that. I'm not holding shift or anything. Okay, so now what's kind of weird is that this segment, maybe this wasn't a grading point. I don't know, but I'm going to click this neckline, and luckily it looks like it deselected that part. And then I'll click the shoulder. Finish creating, yes. So now, see down here, look, it made a brand new pattern piece for me. So I'm going to get my white arrow. I'm just going to scoot it over. So there, and then I could just delete this one if it's a mistake for whatever reason. That's one way to do it. Another way is you could also maybe cut the internal line. And you see we have scissors here to cut. This will cut your pattern piece. This won't work on the yellow, but this guy will cut along the internal. So if I just tried that and click that guy, just say, okay. I think I click here too. No, okay, I guess not. Then I can get the trace. I think I probably the tracing again. Oh, I think someone cut. Done cutting. There we go. Then because I cut it, I could move this piece and I can just delete it. So it's gone. So, I mean, that might be faster is just getting the cut tool. I'm not sure. Okay, cut here. You know what? Maybe you don't need to cut there. That's weird. Yeah. Okay, there we go. See? So, I mean, that might be faster. Oh, don't want to save changes. No. Okay, so now these pieces are fixed. I just wanted to share the trace segment tool to you, trace segments, and the cut along internal tool as well.